and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for being here today. So on today's video, it's been a long time since I've done a video like this. So we are going to do a get ready with me or makeup tutorial, anything you want to call it, but it's a spring natural makeup look with a pop of color. I have such a long time on doing a video like this, guys, and I missed it. A lot of you girls were always like, why don't you do no more makeup videos? Like, go back to YouTube, do these makeup videos and all that. But you know, life happens and sometimes you just get so distracted with work and life and all your personal things. But today we did it. Today I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit down. I'm just gonna roll on the camera and do my makeup. And I'm so excited that I did it. But yeah, it's such a nice, pretty look. It's so easy. Very, very, very beautiful. It will complement anybody's skin tone. It will look good on anybody. So if you are curious on how we did this really pretty, glorious spring pop of color makeup look, then just keep on watching. All right, guys, so the first thing you want to do always with makeup is to make sure your skin is hydrated. You can use any moisturizer, but as long as it's a good moisturizer for your skin, like if you do have oily skin, just make sure you use a moisturizer that is oil-free. And it's just so important to keep your face hydrated. So today we're going to use the MAC Lightful C. It actually looks like this. Sorry, I had like just opened it, but it literally looks just like this. This is such a good moisturizer. It's amazing. I like how that it's like thick but super lightweight, and every time I do my makeup with this, it just looks so beautiful. But honestly, I love a lot of moisturizers. Like, I use a bunch of different ones. I have a lot, so every different day I wear different ones. I usually wear this one more when I want my makeup to look so good and I'm going out somewhere. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my moisturizer on my face. And oh my god, girls, honestly, I've been breaking out for I don't know what reason, but yeah, I don't know if it's just like stress over the whole thing going on with quarantine and just being in lockdown. But do you see that? Like, do you see that right there? So sad. But anyways, this moisturizer feels so good. And you always want to put some down on your neck. Alrighty, so I'm going to put my favorite primer. Honestly, this primer is so good. This is my second bottle and I'm almost running out of it. I need to go for my third one, but I have not been using it during quarantine for makeup looks because I'm wasting it. But then I thought to myself, it is e.l.f. It is an affordable brand, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna use it today. But this is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. If you know, you just know. You just know. So I like to just really focus this on my T-zone. And you know what I actually like to do this? I found it that it works better if you let it sit for a second into your skin. Like when I first got this, I usually would just put it on my skin and just, you know, blend it really quickly. But I found it that it actually works better and your skin grabs it so much better. Did I just say that? I have no idea, but yeah, it just like grabs it better and it just makes it blend better too. And I don't know, it just really makes that soft focus that this primer is doing, like that Poreless. Usually when I first used it, I was like, okay, this is good. But when I let it sit, I was like, whoa, okay, this is good. So yeah, I just like to let it sit for a while. I look so funny, but it actually feels so good. It's so silky. So just blend it. You want to keep it like light blend. Don't put so much pressure into your fingers, like onto your face. Like don't blend it so harsh. Be gentle with your skin, girl. And it just creates that really pretty poreless look. Oh my god, I really wish you could see this, but my skin looks so good and it has that little shine to it. I'm gonna go ahead and use my MAC Brow Pencil. This is the Brow Styler in the shade Spiked. So it actually looks like this. I know it's like, this is one of their newest packages. I'm so sorry, it's a little crusty. So you always wanna make sure you brush them upward. This is gonna make you have the perfect shape and it's gonna allow you to just really line them good and not overline them. So now I'm gonna get my brow, and I'm going to start it a little bit right here, halfway through my eyebrow. I don't like putting like that harsh, fresh product on the very front. So I first just like to start here and I drag it a little bit up to the front. Get the spoolie, blend the shade, and then you're just going to do your tail. Tear arch, connect it. And then I like to go back and just blend it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use any concealer. I'm just using this Colourpop No Filter Concealer. And just this small little brush is a Morphe 213. It just looks like this. It's so, so tiny. So I'm just gonna use this to clean my eyebrows with that concealer. For the start of the show, we are going to use the Amrezy palette with Anastasia Beverly Hills. This palette is so beautiful. I actually bought this palette when it first came out. I've only used it maybe like once or twice because they're just so beautiful. And I do not want to waste the colors of this palette. This is how it looks like. It's a little messy because those 2 times that I used it, it actually just like got a little messy, but it's so, so pretty. So this is the palette that we're gonna use for this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and just prime my eyelids with concealer. I'm actually gonna use the same concealer that I used to clean my eyebrows, which is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. This is in the shade Light 18. It's exactly like my skin color. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on my lid. And after I put this, I'm just gonna go ahead and set it with any white matte shade powder. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and take out this plastic thing. Like, I still have this, like, what? Okay, so we're going to start with a transition shade, which is gonna be the lightest color of the palette. That's how mostly you always wanna start makeups. I like to, well, that's my way. Like, I like to start that way. A lot of people start differently, but I like to start from light to dark, gradient, smoke, boom, boom, boom. I like to use a light color just so I can start blending everything else to that color and it starts becoming a gradient. Then instead of working from dark to light, you can get light from blah, blah, blah. Instead of working from dark to light, you get to work from light to dark easier. Okay, that was just like a tongue twister in a way. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the shade New Yaka, which is gonna be this shade right here. So I'm just gonna get a big fluffy brush. This is the It Cosmetics. I actually do not know the number or the name because it just totally erased from all the years that I've had it, but it's just this beautiful, beautiful brush. It's so soft. I'll try to look for it and link it on the description or just put it somewhere on the video, but it's just this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful brush and very fluffy, so it's gonna create that really nice transition light blend. Remember girls, the bigger the brush, the more lighter, softer blend you're gonna get, and more the denser the brush, more harsh your color's gonna be. So since I do like to start from light to dark, I like to start with the fluffiest brush, and from there I start going to more dense brushes. So we're going to just get New Yaka. Tap off the excess, okay? Cannot stress this enough. Please tap off the excess, people, please. It just gets messy after. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this onto my crease, but I'm gonna apply it a little bit of above my crease. I do have hooded lids, so I do like to go more over my natural crease. So as you just see right here, I'm just really focusing this on top of my crease. And I like to start from the very back to the front so I can really create also that smoky effect. And I like to keep my hands very light, barely any pressure onto the brush, because I did notice that this color, if you do put a lot of pressure, you can really get it harsh. So I'm just gonna go soft and just create that really nice smoky blend. Circular circles are gonna be circular circles. Did you just hear that? Circular motion is going to be your best friend on this step. You just really want to just make that circular motion to blend out the edges. And I'm going to actually focus as I'm blending it towards over here. I'm going to start focusing it close to my nose and my eyebrow. Something like right here. Just very lightly. This is like leftover product, so it's barely any product, but that's gonna create a really, really nice shadow there. When you have your whole makeup, you're just gonna create that really nice shadow there and everything's gonna look all well put together. So just go ahead and do that and blend it out. And this step, it's totally up to you if you wanna add a little bit more depth or you just wanna keep it as light, as natural as possible. I'm actually gonna add a tiny little bit depth, but I'm just going to add it right here where I see that little peak of my eyebrow. I don't know if you see that arch that I have right here. So I like to add some depth underneath into my arch. It just does something to my face structure and my eye structure and everything. But it's totally up to you. You can try it to see if it does the same thing to you. But I just like to focus it because since there's so much like space right there, that's the moment where I could shine because I have hooded lids, like I said. So since I have that very arched space, this is where I like to focus a lot of my looks because that's where I have the most space. So that's where I could really enhance, you know, that eye shape and make it look larger and just you could really see the color. So I'm just gonna focus this right here into my arch and slowly, you know, blend it right here, but just really focus a lot of attention there. And as you can see, that blend is just so soft and so nice. That's exactly what you want. You don't want to go too hard. So remember, just keep your hand very, very light. Barely any like harshness there. Just blend it, do circular motions, but just very gently and light. So next, we're just gonna go with a little bit more of a denser brush. So this is the Morphe M433. This is honestly one of my favorite brushes. I own at least like 5 of these. It's very comparable to the MAC 217 brush. So the next color that we're gonna use is called OG, which is this one right here. This is like beautiful orangey, warm tone too. It's a little bit close to this one, but that's where this is gonna come in action and it's gonna add so much depth. So we're gonna go with this one. Tap off the excess, remember. So same thing, like you already know where my trick is. So I'm gonna just keep focusing all that depth into there. But now I'm not gonna go above my crease. Now I'm gonna go straight into my crease. Since I did use a lighter color, I'm gonna go now darker. So I really wanna create that gradients, just, you know, going like from the top to the bottom. This is where I like to say the technique. I'm going to stab my crease. I like to stab my crease with a brush because I'm like really in there. I like to focus the brush into where my eyeball folds. Like, you know where you feel your eyeball, like that fold? I really want to feel, like, put that depth into there. So this is just stabbing it back and forth, and then slowly you're gonna start doing those circular motions that I talk about. So remember that blending is going to be your best friend. So when you barely even have any more product, just blend everything together. That's going to just add that perfect touch of makeup that everything just looks like airbrushed and natural and soft. That's exactly what you want. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go a tiny bit darker, not too much. I'm not gonna go with black or anything like that. I'm actually gonna go with the shade 1988, which is this beautiful, beautiful like chestnut brown, but it has that warmth in it. So it's just gonna blend so beautifully into the colors that I already have. Just a little bit of that brown with this brush. This is a Morphe M506. Such a beautiful brush. It's very domed, a little bit like tapered. So it has that pointy effect where it's gonna focus a color here on the top and really keep like that straight little line, and then have that fluffiness around the brush to blend around that, you know, line that you're doing. I don't want to call it line, but that's stroke that you're doing. So you're going to see what I mean by that line. So you're just going to, this is going to be underneath everything, but you're not going to go all the way to the top. You're just going to keep it right here into your outer corner. And I like to just do circular motions like in a line, just like that, and really focus where your eye folds. Same thing. Right here is where I feel like my eyeball folding to my eye socket. So just right here, circular motions. Don't push it too much outward. You just want to keep it like in little circles, like just keep it in the same area as you're blending. Okay, so now with that Morphe M433 brush, I'm just going to use, with no additional product, absolutely nothing, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend everything together for more of that blended, soft look. So I'm actually gonna use these right here. I bought these in Walmart. They were like $3. It's actually from the brand LA Colors, and they just stood out to me. They had like different colors. They had like a green box, a yellow box, a blue box, and I think a pink box. But just like the quality of these lashes looks so good. And I know LA Colors is not like such a big brand, but I know the lashes, girl, they look so expensive. Like they actually have that 3D like effect. So they look so wispy, they look so nice and just natural. Well, actually not natural, but you know what I mean? Like that just look, that just like soft look that it has. And let's see how these look. I'm going to add just my Fix Plus on top. I really, really love the MAC Fix Plus. I've been using it for years and years and years. It's just so good. I really like this. This is a cucumber one. It just smells so good. Oh my god, I love getting so drenched in this. Like, you feel so wet. It just feels so good. And it is cucumber, so it just reminds me of like the spa or some cucumber mojitos. Oh my god, it's yummy. I'm using a sample of the Urban Decay Naked foundation. If you keep up with them, you know that they repackaged their whole Naked foundation. I don't know if they reformulated, but it's just such a good foundation. It's such a good foundation. So natural, so lightweight, but it covers absolutely everything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that one right there. I'm just gonna get my concealer brush. It's a Morphe M224. This is my shade When I'm So Light, which is 50 WY. So I'm gonna take my brush and blend this out. This is the It Cosmetics brush. This is just a foundation brush. This came on like a holiday little sets, and I really, really like the bristles of this. They're like really dense, so they just really like blend that color, but it's very soft, so it doesn't like create streaks on your skin. So I'm just gonna press on this foundation. And never forget your ears, girls. Never forget the back of your neck. Don't ever forget to bring it down, back of your ears, everything, because you want it to look as natural as possible. You don't want a separation of the foundation with your other part of the body. God, don't you like girls do your makeup and then you start feeling like tickling and it's like a little piece of a brush hair and you're just like, oh my god, I like feel it. I guess not, I don't know. It's probably gonna stay there. And now I'm gonna go with my highlighter and my concealer. I actually conceal and highlight at the same time. So with my concealer, I actually like to leave it sitting for a second because I feel like when I blend it, when it's wet, it doesn't blend good. When it dries and I blend it, it just keeps that pigment. It's so cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it sitting. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my loose powder that I'm gonna use to start baking my concealer. This is a Dermablend powder. It is so good, girls. It is amazing. This is actually in the Illuminating Banana color. I'm going to start blending so gently. Like, I'm not gonna put a lot of pressure onto the blender. I'm gonna go very gently because if you put a lot of pressure, you are going to take off the pigment of the concealer. Like this, and you want to keep it above your cheekbone, like your cheekbone's right here. Don't try to bring your concealer there. Try to keep it as high as possible so your face can look so lifted and pretty. My chin. And for my nose, I'm actually gonna grab a little beauty blender. because I feel like every time I blend it with that big beauty blender, it just like spreads the concealer everywhere and it takes off that like small little line that I did. So I just wanna keep it as little as possible. Like, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bake. Same thing, I'm gonna go ahead and do it on my forehead, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab this little beauty blender for my forehead because the big one just makes a big mess in my forehead, and then it gets on my eyelashes, and it gets on my eyeshadow, and it gets on my eyebrows. So this one's better, it's just less messy. Right there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do it on my nose. This allows that light effect to stay, and your makeup will last longer. Like I said, it just stays looking highlighted. So next I'm gonna use my face powder. My favorite thing from MAC, like my whole favorite thing from all the MAC products are the Mineralize powders. Oh my goodness, these powders are so good. I have all the shades of these colors, honestly, because I use them on my clients. So they're so good. These are mineral infused. So if I'm not mistaken, they have 88 minerals built in them, and they have 0 talc. So talc is what makes your skin look dry and patchy because it's just like talco, you know, it's like just talc. So since this is mineral, it just blends so much better into your skin while still creating that luminous skin finish, because it is called Skinfinish. So you're gonna look luminous, but still skin. Like, you're not gonna look oily or shiny. It's just skin, you know. It's so good and it's so lightweight. So I'm gonna go ahead and use medium golden. Again, this is a shade that I use when I'm tan, but I want to look bronzy, so I'm gonna bring it down to my neck, and I just like using it with a big fluffy brush and just dabbing it in there. And I like to just put it all over my skin, like very lightly, like just a touch like that. And oh my goodness, this is what makes my makeup look so good. Like, everyone always asks me like, oh my god, what's on your skin? Like, your skin looks so good. Like, what is it? I'm just like, honestly, it's this powder, because I change foundations all the time, and this powder is just like what makes my skin look so good all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my MAC brush. Honestly, guys, I do not know what number this is. This is the 168S. It kind of just like washed off, but I could see the engraved of it. It's this beautiful fluffy brush, but it's very angled and it's still dense. Oh my goodness, I love how this applies my bronzer. I'm obsessed. So good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some of this. So I like to start obviously on my forehead. I like to bring it as close as I can onto my hairline. I feel like that just looks the most natural. Just like that, and I'm blending it around that powder that we're baking. So my forehead is blended. Now we're going to do my cheekbones. So on my cheekbones, I like to actually start from the very tip of my ear and go down. Circular motions, and I'm blending upward, girls. When it comes to adding some contour and bronzer into your cheekbones, you never want to blend downward. Always blend upward, because if you drag this down, it'll just create like a big muddy shadow right here, and you don't want that. You want it to look lifted and just structured, like I said. Now we're gonna go on to the jawline. So on the jawline, I like to actually go under the jaw. So I used to go like right here so I could really make my face slim, but every time I talk to people, you could just see the line right here. It didn't look natural. So I like to actually go under it and enhance it, and then just make it look more structured from there. So I like to go under. I don't know if you can see that, but like right here, and then under everything, but just that makes it structured, and it just goes with your natural face shape. And I like to also add some bronzer under my lip and my neck bones. So I like to do a slim line right here, connecting it to the other bronzer on the jawline. And I'm just gonna do my nose too, so I'm just gonna pinch this brush, and I'm just going to do a slight little line around my nose. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Mineralize Skinfinish powder in the shade Light Plus. I actually like to dab on the previous powder that we have, that translucent powder. I like to dab it. A lot of people like to sweep it off. I do not like to do that. I like to press it onto the skin. Reasons being, it just looks more like skin, more natural. Everywhere we put that translucent powder. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add that pop of color that I was talking about. This blue shade right here, it's actually called Leo Morphe. Morphe 149. It's this one right here. It's just this little brush. Look how pretty that looks. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this blue. This is from the ABH Cosmetics Fairy Lights. And I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this blue right here. I'm gonna use that for my outer, but very little because I still want this look to look aqua. I don't want it to look blue. I'm going to add that darker brown that we previously used, which is 1988. So this one is from the brand Julep and it's in the shade Electric Teal Shimmer. Go ahead and grab a white shade. This is from the Vera palette from Anastasia. This is my favorite white shade of all time. So I'm just gonna put this on my center, on my inner corner. So I'm just going to go circular motions and I'm gonna just apply it above my bronzer, but not too up. Remember, I just wanna focus it like right here on the apples of my cheeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this highlighter, Amrezy highlighter with Anastasia Beverly Hills. Tip of my nose, above my eyebrows. I'm going to just moisturize my lip with this MAC lip conditioner right here. This is actually really good. Go ahead and use this MAC lip liner in the shade Cherry. Just like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and use the MAC lipstick in the shade Honey. Such a pretty color, it's very nude, so it's gonna blend so beautiful with this like red lip liner. Now we're just gonna top it off with some gloss. So I'm just gonna grab my fingers because it's gonna get dirty here, and I'm just gonna pat it. And you just wanna finish off this look with spraying your favorite setting spray. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my MAC Fix Plus and just drench my whole makeup with this. Alrighty guys, so that completes the video for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you stayed watching the whole video, thank you so much for that. I really hope you girls like this video and I really hope you girls recreate this makeup look. It was so much fun doing this again. It was a very long time that I just sat down, filmed for you all, and just showed you my favorite products and my techniques and all the fun tips and tricks. I really miss that. So that completes the video for today. If you guys have any more suggestions on videos, just please let me know down on the comments down below. And as you are there, just show me some love. You enjoyed this video, give a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not been subscribed. And might as well just hit that bell notification to be alert every time I post. Alrighty guys, so that is it. I actually have lipstick on my teeth. Oh wow. Anyways, I'll see you on to the next one. Mwah.